Yeah, I think we are going with the split. One pile will be your mana. You either don't have mana or you don't have anything else. This is such a then this is how you split with Lily. I think that's the play. And now we can start getting more planeswalkers. Here you go, triple Liliana. Oh, we can already play it? Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today Orzhov deck that just got better with the new set, because we will be playing Planeswalkers, and as you know, the Overlord of the Balemurk can take the Planeswalkers from your graveyard and you self-mill so you can actually draw into them. And that also means if the matchup is right, you can play 5 Kaya in the deck, because you can just take her back from the graveyard. On top of this, we have High Noon to slow the game and give us time to get all the sweet value, Beza to make us survive against basically everything, and Liliana to ultimate our opponents and see their despair. And we also are trying split up. Basically, we don't play Lockdown, we don't play Sunfall, we are trying to go fully split up, and we'll see how it goes. So, before we go into the epic gameplay for today, our absolute legend for today is Sparrow, maybe captain, I'm not sure, but thank you, man, for all your support, and I hope you are enjoying Patreon and all the new decks. So thank you for support, it really means a lot, and yeah, this deck is for you. I think this is a really cool one. So guys, let's go into games and have some fun. Alright, our opponent is going first. However, we have a lot of effects that... Okay, a lot is maybe overstatement. We have one removal. And you know what? I will actually take it. We need to keep in mind that this is an exile effect. So I think we go with Elspeth. It's so optimistic that I will have 5 mana during this turn, this game, but I think we can try it. Alright, split up, not the card we need. It's not a land, it's not really a removal. Like, it's clunky removal, but at this point we need lands and some value so we can get into this, healthy mid-game. We are not guaranteed to get any value out of this. Okay, I think it's actually too high of a risk. We want something in the graveyard first so we know that we get the value from this. We could hit and it could be absolutely perfect, but if we fully mess, I think we're losing too much value, especially against this type of deck. Awkward. I cannot play my Liliana. This one Demolition Field, but we still have to play it, right? Alright, our opponent is not doing stuff, we are not doing stuff, so we need 1 black mana so we can start playing Liliana and get the value. We will force this to be removed, then we play the Overlord and the game goes through, but right now we are stuck on lands. Okay, this is huge, Now we can start doing the thing. I honestly think we will go with not on my watch if we have to discard something. We could also do absolutely nothing and force them to remove something. You know what? I think this is better. They have this, so they will get card advantage over time, so we need to pressure them just a little bit at least. That's great. This is exactly what we wanted. And we have another Liliana, and now the Overlord will get better. If we could catch them out of removal, Overlord would be just game deciding, but I don't think it will survive. We just need to use it as a draw engine, basically. Now let's see if they go 5 mana into the negotiations. It's very good value play, but at the same time it gives us time. Sure. They decided we won't have another Liliana, and that's a mistake, because we always have another Liliana. And now so they were a little bit ahead thanks to this, and now I think they're kinda behind. I will still play the land. Beza is amazing. The fact that it redraws is huge. Like, we will definitely have less cards, right? Surely. And we can start going for... Man, our plays are huge. So the first discard will be Season of the Burrow. Even though it's a great card, we're fighting for card advantage. So I don't think rabbits will do it. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. They actually cannot do anything else on this turn that is impactful. Great. So this should be Ashiok. Right? Now we can start doing cards. They cannot go for the negotiations anymore. And even if they kill Ashiok, we play Overlord and get Ashiok back. We could also get the Nightmares. I want cards. As long as we get cards, we should be fine. Oh my god, those are bombs after bombs, man. Like, we are getting this game so hard. Like, two of our cards are basically like so much more than their 3 cards. So now, normally they would trying to win the game with just this, taking over the value game. You know, play lands, get this, they draw another one, they play 2 of them basically, and over time they have cards and we don't. However, against Ashiok, if they go for this play, we are just drawing a new card and they are falling behind anyway. So, yep. Here's the Akrazot. Alright, this is something. I wish I had my season, you know, but we'll start to get more. Oh man, this is interesting. Do I really need to exile Kaya? I think I do. I'm at 5 mana, there's no way I can get so much against Akrazot. So, I think... Oh, the pain. Ashiok, why do we exile? So we will go with this impending stuff into go for the throat on their turn. I think that's the play. And now we can start getting more planeswalkers. Here you go, triple Liliana. Oh, we can already play it? You know what, that's great. I want more. Oh man, we're just crushing it with value. And you can see how much value Overlords give in this deck. So they will get it 1 turn faster, they also get some mana acceleration, but they are also falling super behind on board, and I think they cannot recover from this, so the Overlord into Liliana was worth it. Like, we have more Lilianas, we can also play another Overlord, they are not legendary, for some reason they aren't. Sure. And this will be Beza. I don't think we need more value, we just need the answer to their big plays, and we should be fine. Yep. It feels they have another removal. Yep. They are trying to get us to the sweet 0 cards, but we are not getting there. And we can already, man, we can actually go for 19 cards out of the library. But first, let's go for this one. And this one is hard cast, because we want to start attacking and pressuring. And more Lilianas, sure. Why not? Why not? And let's get the last card. Even though they can transform it, I don't mind it at all. Like, it's super slow. And... oh, I should actually go for the creatures, I kinda forgot. I mean, sure, let's go more. I'm not going for the ultimate for Ashiok, I don't think it's needed, I think drawing cards is better than the ultimate. And they have 1 random card, they can transform Akrazot and lose it to Liliana already, so they know like they need 2 extra turns to even have this board state contested, and they will nearly die to Overlord. Man, that was a good showcase of what we are going with this deck. Alright, going first, sure, we have a lot of removal, so we will slow the game with High Noon as much as possible, and try to survive until we draw into the big stuff. No way it's... no. Let's see the card. Alright, they don't want to show. This could be interesting, because if that's Oculus deck, well, they have a lot of instants, so they can always play 2 spells a turn. But let's see. Yep. I mean, it still slows them a lot, right? They want to keep cycling, like keep chaining a lot of cards in a same turn. They can bounce it, but it still costs them the card. And I don't think they have it.
With the mysteries.
It's interesting because double High Noon actually makes a difference. They can bounce High Noon and just go crazy on 1 of the turns, and every High Noon is like means they need 1 more bounce spell to go for this plan. They already have the Oculus. Okay. Play the land for sure. Do I want to start discarding their cards? I really want to go for the ultimate. Alright, so we are not going for the double High Noon plan, even though it actually would be a great plan. But I think it's just not worth it yet. And we wait with removal, so if they play a creature, we instantly kill it on the same turn, so they don't get the value. Alright, that's something that we expect still. And that is not a value play, it's just a tempo play, and we have the cheap Liliana to replace the expensive one, basically. And look at this, their cards are lower and lower. Okay, we could go Liliana. I think it's better, I think it's honestly better. Like, we're getting such a good... oh, right, oh, they can play something, that's a little bit on my side, alright. and win double black. Still, let's see. I think they have like pay 2 counter spells, so I think it goes through anyway. But yeah, I forgot that they can go for the full plethora of stuff right now. But let's see if they have something. So that's fine. They're losing cards over and over, and the Fish of Doom is trying to get you. You know this will be your demise sooner or later. Man, Hainon is really crippling how they want to play this game. Like, they cannot... if they play this, they cannot make anything else. Okay, this is probably the best play they can make right now. And let's see what the card is. It's super important. I'll be honest, this is really unfortunate card here. Because I actually want to +1, so I can discard one of their cards. And instead we have to kill Oculus, I believe. That's a rough one. I think we have to go for the throat here. But then we don't really do anything else. And we cannot discard because that's Ashiok. Unless I really discard Ashiok. No, like, I would love this card on every single turn except this one. This one is a bit of a disaster. This is scary, but... Man, it's too important. I have to go for it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it, but it's really the play we need to make. Like, look at this. They would already cast another one. If they discard the Oculus, this might be something that is basically the same as Oculus. So we are in some trouble. I think this could be recommission. Oh, this is Oculus, of course. Why not? Why not, right? Oh boy. Alright, that was a good red trigger, I have to say.
It's my cue to leave.
Fish doesn't matter too much. I'm sorry, Fish of Doom. You need to be translated into new cards for me. This is the problem. And if not this one trigger, they would be out of gas by now. But here we are, with even more. And that's the cool part, right? I will never be able to kill all of those, because they are getting one creature a turn. We could go for the Overlord, then we can play Liliana. If we play Liliana, we don't really do anything. I think I will play this. I don't know, man. Like, I need to do something. They cannot counter spell, so we need to take our moment. Is that Ashiok or Liliana? How many splits up we used? Only one so far. Ashiok is so expensive. Let's take it. I'm not... This is very optimistic. Like, most likely I won't have time to play it, but I think we got out Oculus. Like, they played triple Oculus, basically, at some point. So, yeah. That's a very rough situation. I think we had a good start, but they got a little bit too much in one of the turns. And when you cannot contain Oculus, like, it takes over the game like insanely quickly. Right now I think we have to go into you know, the sweeper direction, otherwise we are not winning it. Let's attack, right? Then we can get Liliana potentially. This is scary, but we need some extra value. Alright, Beza is really good draw. And maybe Beza is doing it? Maybe? I have mana for this and get lost. That's a... Oh, but there's High Noon, right? The damage doesn't really matter. So I think we start with Beza because I really want this to go through. This gives us blockers, that gives life gain, and we are not drawing cards. But other than this, we are getting a lot of value and a lot of time. Prankster is okay, like, it's not the biggest deal. It actually lowers their damage. I mean, sure. Yeah, we will go to combat. You know what? I think with this, like, they cannot play spells anymore. Like, that is a huge deal. And we'll get the dance step so they cannot use the map tokens on this turn. Right? Can we take this damage? There is a Dean. That might be a bit of a problem, but I don't want them to get better draws. Like, it's actually super important. Alright, I take 6 extra damage. But at the same time, we get rid of this. Finally! We can even split up and kill theirs. Oh man, this is huge. This is huge. We should go with Ashiok here. Alright. Man, I thought that we will lose this. I honestly thought we lost when the Oculus just started triggering, but we managed to... Honestly, Beza helped it. Man, this was such a good top deck. Alright, we're going first with High Noon. I'll take it. We also have Disfigure because we are packed with removal against those aggro decks. And is that an aggro deck? I'm actually not sure yet. But I still want my High Noon, because we should have really powerful plays. They play white, so it could be get lost on the next turn, we will see. But Liliana has something I have really high hopes for. Alright, is that mono white control or what? I don't see red, so I'm not sure if that's a forge deck. Interesting. I still think we go for Liliana, because we are very short on cards, and I think this is a good play. There is no way they will play Mountain in Forge. I think the chance of this is pretty low. Usually they go for the, you know, double mana tap lands on the first turns, so the chance is pretty low. Yep, so the talent is probably on the table right now. We have a long way to go. Oh, they don't like our High Noon. I don't mind it. I absolutely do not mind it. Let's go for Beza. I mean, we could go for this earlier, before they see what exactly we have. If they have removal, they will discard it now, right? Okay, Demolition Field, sure. So we cycle a card. Because of payment, we live gain as well. That's a very good value. Not the best card though, but maybe we can use it later. It could be useful in like very late game. Alright, Fountainport is really good for them. That will give them so many cards during this game. And here we are with our cards. Let's start going with this. I don't think we'll ever get to Liliana ultimate. Something bad will happen anyway. Alright, let's attack. See if they want to block. They can actually go... No, they lack 1 mana to activate this and sacrifice it. Interesting. I would love them to block this. That means 1 less card for them. I want them to block. I don't understand why they are doing it, but I love it. Oh, there's something. Sure, alright. That explains it. We are at very low cards right now. So, like both of us. So I think we want to get rid of this 1 card. They could get the card back with Fountainport if we did it later. And with Liliana we can... Alright. This will be scary, but maybe we can you know, hit it with some effects. Let's go like this. We destroy all untapped creatures. And now we will try to go for both players top decking. We'll see how it goes. They are pretty low on mana, so even if they discard a land, it's actually very meaningful for now. Lay down arms is not a very good card for them, so that's not a big deal. Yeah, so they are mono white. Okay. Interesting, why would you go for the main phase play like this? Man, there is a chance we might actually ultimate with Liliana anyway. And we are getting really good value. Every turn we are getting a free discard on them. And they're not playing lands. I wonder why they're doing it main phase. It feels like they're trying to... Oh man, this is a huge deal. Alright. That's how we do it. The tap is abysmal. It should be caves. Like, we should keep the caves. That might really make a big difference. So now with this card, every turn our opponent is losing 1 card. And now we can start getting our cards. Because as we see, it's... okay, we exiled this one because we want the other one. This will be untapped at the end step. And the new fish will also be untapped. Alright, that's a good draw for them, but I think our stuff is just simply better, so I don't think it will matter. So, they can deal 3 damage on something. Man, this is huge. So only fish will survive. The rest will die to split up. And then we can start doing extra cards. We will think how we go about it. They should attack Liliana to prevent the ultimate. Like, we can split really well here. Like Fountainport Elspeth against the rest of the board. Yeah. So, let's go like this. We can actually go again for this full sweep. And this is so nice. We can get the last card. They are trying to protect it really well, alright? And now we could go for -2. So this will be 4 loyalty, and this will be a 3-3. I think it's good enough. I think we can survive. Because they cannot deal 4 loyalty on this turn, even with Elspeth -2. And they don't really want to pump this fish too much because they want to sacrifice it for Fountainport. Yeah, I think with this we should be able to outvalue them. Like, our planeswalkers are better and stronger. And now they cannot even attack into us. So they will probably make a fish and that's it. And pass the turn. Yeah, no mana. I think that's a scoop, honestly. This is so nice. And we can actually go for this. Let's start with this. So we draw a card. The new card is interesting. And honestly, I think we go Aether. Yeah, I think we are going with the split. One pile will be your mana. You either don't have mana or you don't have anything else. This is such a this is how you split with Lily. Like, you force them into those extremely horrible situations and they need to choose which one is the better one, and there are no good answers here. I don't know, like, I hate to be in my opponent's shoes right now. Oh my god, they lost everything. And now we can start doing cards. We exile this. When we hit Kaya, the game is like officially over. And the best part, we can still discard the last card. In case it was great. Sorry, Elspeth, you're not worth the risk. And we pump the creatures, so the lethal will be way faster. And they lost everything, man. They had so much on this turn. And we still have our best card in the library, like 2 of them, because we still have double Kaya that will take over the game anyway. Yep, the fish is definitely not good enough, and those are growing. We exile this because the other one gives us Surveil, so we can decide what to do. Well, definitely not this. And we can start killing creatures. I don't want to discard, so every time they keep the card, we can unload. Every time they don't, we just can sacrifice and keep our stuff in our hand. Sure, and that's a lot of damage, like they are dead on the next turn, so even if they draw something, I think they are dead anyway. I mean, this was a nice game. Here's your honk for the day. Yep, our opponent, like, he had a very good start, but later it fell apart super quickly. Okay, I will risk it. This is a pretty big commitment. You know what, I'll take it, just because we need some kind of value, and this can create a 5-5 in the worst case. And I think we should have enough removal to just go around everything our opponent is having right now. We'll discard one of the lands, probably. Is this figure good? They have bats, right? I think we go like this. I think it should be good enough. But I don't want to unload my value. If there will be more discard, the next turn will be Disfigure, but this is the bat turn. Alright, let's see if that's the bat. This loves the bat. Alright, alright. I think split up is the weakest one right now. I really want the Fountainport in the board, but there's no way they will discard it unless we decide to discard it. So let's play the other one. This way we can surprise them on the next turn. Like, this is super important because even having like 1 or 2 extra cards in some way can basically get you ahead enough so we can take over the game. What's going on this other side? Liliana. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's so bad. Liliana is probably their best play. It goes around literally all the removal we have right now. So this has to be Disfigure. We are kinda on the same page here. And that's extremely lucky draw. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the best draws you could hope for. Other one probably is Beza, but I think Elspeth is even better, because she will provide never-ending pressure. If they really need Planeswalker removal right now. If they mess it, I think we take over the game with this draw. Yeah, I think they lost. I think they actually lost. Now they will never stack Liliana too high, so I think we have to discard Burrow, unfortunately. But we cannot risk not removing this on the next turn. This is too important. A split up. Huh. No, we still have to go with this play. We get rid of the blood letter. Oh my god, I don't know what happened there. And we can start dealing damage. This will be a 3-3. But I think we want this more. We need to start pressuring. Unfortunately, we'll lose this, but we probably both will unload whatever we have. And then we'll see how it goes. We have the Fountainport, and those are tokens, don't forget. Bandit talent is fine. They will get so much value from this though. Not yet, but in like 2 turns, so we need to be pretty quick about killing them. We can hijack it with Kaya, but I'm not sure if we manage to get to 7 mana with this. Sure. 2 damage. That already hurts. I think it's not high noon. I think we honestly ignore it. Alright guys. Alright. This is the moment to start pumping. We have 1 creature that will protect against Liliana. Now we can go like this. So if they level up, we can get enough cards so Bandit talent won't work. You know what? I think we're in an extremely good spot right now. This Elspeth is just hard carrying this game, and I think we were done, but with this card we actually are super ahead right now. Oh, they top deck removal. Really good for them. They want the fish. If they discard, I mean fish is like this is good enough. This is good enough. We need those extra cards, especially that we can keep playing lands to get more value. We can even make treasures if we want. Alright, and now they will probably discard with Liliana. I mean, they don't really have a choice, right? But I think we just want to go into Kaya. So for that we need more mana. And we can kill Liliana. They will get the scry, so their next turn is still pretty good. Oh, they might actually do it now, sure. Honestly, they should not do it like this, because we can, for example, use the... Well, Demolition Field doesn't do it. But they don't have the full information about what's going on the next turn. But, I mean, not a big difference. Double bottom. It also gives us the information. This is only level 2 still. Bitter Triumph, not really needed. Right, so we need to solve Liliana finally, while keeping the Planeswalker. That's a big deal. And now, so if they want to kill this, we have option to use Fountainport.
I know when I'm not wanted.
I really want this round. Alright. We can tank all the damage from talent with all this lifelink, and we'll start making new tokens on the next turn. Yeah, that's so bad for them. Level 3. And that means we make a fish. And that's it for the turn. We could also go treasure, but there's no way to go into 7 mana on the next turn. 2 damage, absolutely fine. We can even kill this man. This is even better. Oh, they're so that Elspeth just taking over the game, and we swing. We start being ahead in life total, and they're not really getting anything out of this. So I actually don't need to do anything. Yep. If they start discarding, then we'll just answer with Get Lost. If they remove something, we use Fountainport. Sure. Honestly, this is not good enough for them. Like, they're trading card for card, but now we can make even more. They don't have another place. So we will answer with this. Let's make more fish. This also accelerates lethal. And so they are trying to get this bandit talent to work, but when they finally do, we just kill it in response. But right now we keep it for maybe removal if they draw something really strong. Yeah, I don't know, maybe Aklazot or Shordet or something. Yeah, I think that should be game. Elspeth just completely carried the whole game on her own. 2 damage, we don't really care about it. And I think we go for the second creature because that's more damage faster. That's actually, like, is that a 2-turn lethal? Yes? Yes it is. And we don't need to do anything because they are not drawing extra cards with this. Yep, they got 0 value from this whole bandit talent, even though they hit removal. And yeah, that's about it. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the games today. Honestly, we'll try to make outro shorter because I'm literally recording it for like 20th time. This is not uncommon on this channel. So yeah, all you need to know is that this is the third deck for today. Two of the other ones, completely different colors, strategies, like cool, unique ideas, were absolutely scrap because they got run over with aggro. So yeah, you can drop a like for your bro for a rough day on the arena. However, Orzhov, as always, delivers on killing literally everything. So I honestly enjoyed playing this one. I think it has enough removal to survive, especially with all the life gain on turn 4. And the Overlord really makes the Planeswalker synergies way stronger, especially with cards like Liliana. Liliana in the right spot is absolutely devastating for your opponent. So if you can get her back later, and it's only 3 mana, so you can just go for Impending and instantly play Liliana on the same turn. If the turn is right, it's so worth it. And you get the Overlord later. So I think it makes the deck way better than before. So yeah, I think the deck is also pretty enjoyable to play right now. And before we talk more about the deck, a huge thank you to our amazing patrons for allowing all of this to happen, for magic to be magic on this channel, for all of us. So thank you guys. And I think the first card we need to talk about is Split Up. This is the first time when I really just went all in for Splits Up and nothing else. Like, we don't have lockdowns, we don't have Sunfalls, so this is a very different approach, and honestly I kinda liked it. It feels very clunky, but most of the time I was able to figure a way to always sweep the board fully. So, you know, unless your opponent knows about it, you will probably get them, you know, by surprise. And at the same time, it doesn't exile High Noon, so it's better synergy with, you know, our 2 mana play. And yeah, after Sweeper, we can basically still have this in the board, even if we want to sweep on turn 3. So I think in this deck, it actually fits a little bit better, unless you want to go for Sunfall, which means that you need to be very wary of your early game so you don't fall behind. And yeah, honestly, I think the Overlord really makes the deck super fun because you can basically pick any of those Planeswalkers. Most of the time, the best situation for your opponent is that you play a Planeswalker and they have a removal like Edict or Bitter Triumph or something like this, and then it's in your graveyard, and suddenly you play the Overlord, you stack it for, you know, next 5 turns, so you get it at some point, and the games are longer with this deck, so usually you get the full version of the Overlord as well for 2 mana, and at the same time you replay the same Planeswalker, and your opponent is like, well, I had 1 removal against Planeswalkers, and I guess I died right now. And that's what usually happens, especially that you have 4 Lilianas that are usually baiting the first removal, while also giving you some decent removal potential. And the next Planeswalkers most of the time stick, and especially if you can take them back, you're just flooding your opponent with Planeswalkers, and let's be honest, no deck has like 8 Planeswalker removals, so most of the time something sticks sooner or later, and especially if you really want to go for this huge power spike, you play Kaya, they kill her, you already stole something with -3 probably, and then you play Overlord and replay Kaya, and they're like, oh my god, like, how can I beat this value? And that's the truth, they cannot. So I hope you enjoyed this hopefully shorter outro. I really enjoyed the deck. I think this is a very solid Orzhov, so I hope it will serve you well. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys, and see you tomorrow.
With